Yo, okay, we're live now. Makosi for live. You're watching Makosi for live. This is the one we've been waiting for. I mean, 2-all. We drew 2-all. It was a very heart attack of a game. Heart palpitations, stress, anxiety, but we made it through. Gavin Hunt has done it. He's taken us to the quarterfinals of the CAF Champions League. I've got my friend Tabs Matabo here, my
Yeah,
brother. How are you feeling, man? How are you feeling? We are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I can't believe it. Yo,
I can't believe it either. I know I feel bad. Look, I don't have a Kaizer Chiefs jersey on me, and I know every single time I come onto the channel, I don't wear my Kaizer
we need
Chiefs
to get a
jersey.
sponsor. We need to get a sponsor, man. We need to get a sponsor.
Oh, should I get one quickly? It's an old
No,
one,
no,
but
no, no,
it's
no, no,
nice.
no, 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 no. Don't worry. Carry on, carry on, carry on. Yeah,
But okay, okay, lovely stuff. Singenile, guys. Singenile. We in. Like I only caught the second half, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't watch the first half. I was like,
Mm.
I'm that person nowadays where I'm like, I'll catch the second half. Let me just rest up a bit. Let me do my work.
But
Plus, I was
yeah,
doing work. So,
it wasn't a great first half.
yeah, and I checked out tweets, and I was like, already now we giving away goals, like
Mm.
really. You're better than this. In CAF Champions League, you're better than this. I know in the home league, we're not doing so well because the competition is it's very high. Every
Mm.
single team is doing well in the
Mm.
DST Premiership. We're not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to people and say, "Hey,
Mm.
look, it's a tough league." But
Yeah.
when it came to the CAF Champions League, our boys pulled up their socks and they wanted it more. And people were
Yeah.
doubting us. People were
I
doubting
mean,
us.
we were doubting ourselves also. Let's be honest. We weren't
Exactly.
sure. So yeah.
Like last week, I think it was last weekend when we played Wydad, right?
Mm.
I remember that, guys. We weren't so confident about winning against them because of the last time when we lost to them 4-0 at their home ground or
Mm.
at a neutral ground. I can't remember. And
Mm.
then they came back to SA and they wanted it more. And I was like, okay, Chiefs is onto something. I'm not
Mm.
saying that we can win the Champions League, no. But the fight and the determination of them
Mm.
being in the Champions League and going through to the group stages, all of us had no faith in them when they were
Mm.
qualifying for the stages. They get
Yeah.
onto the group stages. Now
Mm.
they go to the quarterfinals, and a lot of our rival fans are like, "Yeah, man."
Yeah. Even the our noisy neighbors who are in. By the way, they in the CAF Confed Cup. They in the
They're
Confed
not
Cup.
even
Yeah. This is Champions League, Baba.
talking to us.
This is Champions League. We are talking, not Confed Cup. We are in the quarter
Sundowns,
of Champions League.
sorry to jump in, but Sundowns
Yeah.
should be talking to us because they've won it before. Yes, Pirates have won it, but donkey years ago. Donkey years. They had two chances to win it, and
Mm.
they got beaten. Did you get it? Two chances. Yeah. So, like, I don't. For me as a fan, I never take them. Not that I don't take them. Like, I never take the comments seriously. Actually, I
Yeah.
really don't. Well, why
Mm.
should I take the comments seriously? I'm focusing on my team, Chiefs, because one, you know what? Even today's defense was horrible.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking. It
Exactly,
was very
Mish.
similar to what we did against Stellenbosch.
Mm, exactly. My worry is that is this where Gavin Hunt is going to start looking at getting in defenders as well that are going to be able to make sure that we keep a clean sheet because we tend not to keep a clean sheet. We only keep a clean sheet unless we're winning 1-0. But if we're scoring more than 2 goals, then it's a problem. We're leaking goals. Um,
Yeah, I agree. But it's not so difficult. It's not a very difficult thing to fix, because these are basic errors our players are making. They always happen. In these goals are coming at set pieces,
yeah,
corners, free kicks, and they're always aerial balls into the box. And they're scoring by headers. Same thing with Stellenbosch, 2 goals. Today, same thing.
yeah,
Set pieces. So just work on the set pieces. That's what you got to do. Work on the crosses, work on the corners, free kicks, whatever it is. Work on the aerial balls. You got two of the tallest guys in the league there. You got Cardozo and Matoho.
And then
I
there's
don't know what's
also
happening.
Ngezan.
And
Ngezan is there.
Gezana as well.
Hmm.
So those three guys are the culprits who were at fault against Stellenbosch and today. That's all
Hmm.
you need to work on. I mean, that's just train, just keep training, work on that, and Rama's gonna come back. I think I'm hoping because I don't think Cardozo Matoho partnership is working. The Rama one was
Yeah.
working for us in the
Hmm.
last earlier in the season, so I'm hoping they can just because if you work on that, everything else will work. The
Hmm.
midfield also needs a bit of work. Yes, Nobo's doing perfectly there. Zuma, I mean, tell me about Zuma, bro. Tell me about Msholozi. Msholozi came on
Ah,
and man, I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, he's looking for the new contract. He wants a new contract.
yeah, he wants that new contract, and I think he's the only like ever since he's come in, he's shown fight.
Mm,
Since he came from Bloemfontein Celtic, he's really shown fight in playing for the team. Yes, he's
mm,
not going to have a great game every single time. We all know that players are
mm,
not players are going through bad form. If you look at Mane is one of the best players in the world, but right
mm,
now his form is terrible. But
mm,
at the end of the day, it's the heart and the passion and the fire
mm,
of players such as Zuma as well that come in and say, you know what, I want to make a difference for the team and I want to win this game and I want to make sure that Kaizer Chiefs makes history. We've won the CAF Confederations Cup before, which was called the
mm,
Nelson Mandela Cup. So what's
mm.
stopping us from winning the CAF Champions League? I know
Yeah.
I'm saying I know we like at the squad that we've got and the depth that we have, it's not
Mm,
looking good. But if we've got faith and belief, and I'm sorry to mention this on your channel, but if we can act like the Liverpool of 2005, where people were doubting that team and saying they'll never win, look at AC Milan, they've got a top quality team, and
yeah.
guess what? Liverpool won it. What's stopping us
Mm,
from winning it?
mm.
What's stopping
It's
us
gonna
from?
be tough. It's gonna be tough because we haven't really. I mean, Wydad is still in there, and then we still got to meet some other Egyptian and Algerian and Tunisian sides.
Yeah.
So, so, I mean, we don't know. I don't know who we're gonna get next, but we'll see what the draw brings. But I'm just happy we actually made it to the quarterfinals. We're there, and we should just enjoy where we are at the moment. Enjoy tonight. Celebrate. The guys must celebrate not too hard because still got to come back and play and try and save our asses and finish in the top eight of the Premiership. We need to,
Exactly.
but I think this is the start of something good. They still needs a lot. They need a lot of work. I still think Manyama is messing around too much in the middle. Possession, is such a
What's
key
happened
thing
to
here.
Manyama though?
We
Like,
keep losing possession in the middle. Billiard was fantastic today. He's come back from injury and he's done some. He scored the win. I mean, the equalizer. He placed
bro,
it calm,
and it's a
collected.
winner.
Yeah.
You know,
So, what do
I
you
don't
think, man?
care what Sundowns fans have to say because yesterday they lost. Okay, they lost 2-0 to what team? I forgot what team it was. Maraba Start lost after
Belouizdad.
he,
They lost to Belouizdad.
you see, and then on top of that, them losing. I think just hours before, Percy Tau was telling the whole world that he's a Kaizer Chiefs supporter. That was, I think that stuck into their mind, and they were like, "Oh my god, did Percy just say that?" And then they lost focus of the game and they lost. I'm not saying it's good for. I'm not boasting about it. It's not good at all because at the end of the day, it's a South African team, and
Yeah.
irrespective of them going through, they should have
Mm,
won that game.
yeah.
I'm not going to talk about them. This is all about Kaizer Chiefs. I'm just happy that they've made it through. They've shown fight, and we've been
Mm,
asked all season long. We just want you guys to fight
mm.
because Kaizer
And
Chiefs
they did because a lot of what today was stacked up against them because I
mm,
know you missed a lot of the game, but a lot of the game the referee was against us. He made
yeah.
some
I,
incredibly awful decisions, against us.
mm,
It seems I don't want to say he was favoring Horoya, but it seemed like every time we got a tackle, he wasn't calling it. We got a foul, he wasn't calling it. And then when Horoya players are rolling around the ground, like they made out of cardboard and paper, like their whole lives were ending. He was giving them free kicks. Their time wasting tactics. He wasn't even giving them yellow cards. We were getting all the yellow cards in the game.
yeah.
So everything was stacked up against us, including the ref. I mean, some of the fans on my live stream were saying that the ref was the 12th man for Horoya.
No,
So
he
it
was.
It's incredible what we got through. So yeah, you want to tell me more about that? What you saw that? What do you think of the refs and CAF officials? What do we need to do about CAF officials in the next round?
As long as we've got officials like that, we're not going to see them at the World Cup. Period.
Mm, mm,
We'll only see them at AFCON. That's why even in the 2018 FIFA World Cup, we only had one referee out of Africa.
mm.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
And this referee's from Egypt, guys.
and the thing is, it's not going to help us going into the next round. Also, so we're gonna have to play to our strengths and play better football and be wary of these officials, the players who are gonna use time wasting tactics
Yeah.
and deceptive tactics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've picked up another thing about Chiefs is that they do better when they do counterattacks. It's just the problem
Mm,
of them defending at the back when the pressure's too much for them.
mm,
That's my worry. But counterattack, we are very lethal. Regarding referees, like the match today and Horoya players, I'm disappointed in the Horoya players because if they wanted
mm,
this game more, they wouldn't have done what they did. And guess what? They're out of the competition. It's not our
mm.
problem. But and they knew Chiefs was coming. No, they knew when we beat White Dad, they couldn't even beat White Dad. Did they beat White Dad in this group?
No,
Exactly.
I
So they
think
knew. They knew what
I
they.
think they did. No, they did once. They did once. I think that's why they were
In this
able
group.
to. That's why they were ninth. That's why they had 9 points. Sorry, that's why they had 9 points. They did beat Wydad, I think, in their first game, or was that one of the other teams? I can't remember, but I think they might
So,
have drawn. They might have drawn with Wydad.
so they've won. Wait, they drew at us at thingy at
Yeah.
FNB, right? And then
Mm,
they drew again tonight. And
mm.
then they have must have drawn against Wydad. And then
So,
they won the two games
Petro
against
this.
Petro.
Okay.
Yes. So they have not beaten Whitehead. We did. We had to somehow fight to
Not
win
even,
that game. We
and
had to
also
fight.
Wydad also disrespected us by bringing
Exactly.
in this by bringing this B team or whatever it was. But it wasn't easy, but we still beat them. So
They
yeah.
lost. But anyways, they're going through to the semifinals, to the quarterfinals, I mean, of the CAF Champions League. But
Mm.
besides that, the referees, like I mentioned to you before, the only good thing that he did was giving us a penalty, and then going forward,
He couldn't
uh,
wave it away. He couldn't wave it away. There was such a blatant handball.
like if I experienced that again today, I experienced literally us getting a disallowed goal in the Premier League, and then
Oh,
again tonight experience the same thing again, not get a penalty.
yeah.
I'll be like,
I was also hoping. I'm like, oh, please don't. I mean, I would have been mad if we didn't get that penalty. But yeah, I'm glad we got the penalty.
yeah.
You couldn't. It was so blatant. Um, the other thing also I think we need to talk about is Kune rolling back the years. What did you think?
Okay, in this game, I think a lot of us when we saw him on the team sheet, we were like, oh,
He had to
yeah.
play. He had to play because Akpe was suspended, right? He had to play. We had no
But
other choice.
let's be honest, right, Mish? A lot of us, when we came to like there's Brandon Peterson, there's Buvuma, and a lot of us were thinking maybe this is their chance to get a game call. Until when we saw Kune, we were like, yo, okay,
Not in the
he better
Champions
save us.
League. He need experience in the Champions League, man.
He's got experience. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of us as fans, we were not so confident because of his form for the past season. Well, this
Mm,
season as well. Because
yeah.
one, he's been making mistakes in goal.
Mm.
Two, we don't have that confidence anymore in him. Now that we do, like that last goal that he said, like that last shot
It
that
was
he
going
saved,
in. Oh my god. He
I was like, he's taking us back to before 2010 World Cup when he was young
hmm.
and he
He
was
had
with
to
Brian
pull out
Close.
every inch of his expertise, every inch of everything he learned his whole life. He put it
Yeah.
into that save. He knew how important that save was.
No,
I'm
he
sure
knew.
he pulled like a hip muscle or something.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sure
with his age coming. But
uh, uh,
But the beauty about this is that I think he's proving us all wrong today. Yes, he conceded 2 goals, but it was goals that he could not stop
Yeah.
because of the defense. And our defense, you even mentioned during the stream that
Mm,
Lexi Daisy, we're not um, wanting to be resolute, and that's a problem.
mm,
And I remember when Horoya was coming in, and two of our players were on the shifted onto the right hand side, and I was like, "But what are you guys doing?
mm,
What are you doing?"
mm,
And that's the worry because this is where I'm going to start asking, Gavin. We see Nange, we see Khamaldeen, we see all these
mm,
players that you want to try and bring in, but you've never
mm,
mentioned defenders.
mm, mm. Yeah.
When are we going to get defenders?
Mm.
Because
Look at
look at
carry on.
no, look at Sundown squad.
Mm.
They're back. They've got who you call Kotsia. They've got that boy from Brazil. What's his name? Nascimento. They've
So,
got who else? Wayne Arendse, even though he's old, but
mm.
they've got all these center backs with well equipped experience,
And
and they know
backup.
they're covered.
Backup. Yeah.
Exactly, they've got backup. We don't because we have to rely on Ramahlem Pashele to play at center back when he's actually a right
Mm.
back.
And Agay is like a decent defensive midfielder.
You see?
Yeah.
But I'm happy that we've gone through, but it's also a worry that if we're going to go further into the competition, we need to fix up
Mm.
our defense. Even though it'll be like by the time the transfer window comes in, I don't think we'll be going further into the competition. I don't know when the final is or when the quarterfinals are, but I'm hoping after this we get a good draw. I'm hoping, even though it's against a team that's finished first in the group table. I'm hoping at least
I
we
just don't
get.
want North Africans, bro. I'm so scared. I just don't want North Africans.
But if you look at it, I have faith. If Sundowns could beat a well-studied Al Ahly team, what's stopping us from
Mm.
beating them?
Mm.
Because one, we know how Pizzo plays if we get him, but we know how good he is. So I never underestimate that team as well. There's Zamalek as well. I don't know where they finished. Um, there's is Esperance in there as well.
I think so. I think so. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'm so like dizzy now. I'm from nowhere. But
No, I
yeah.
totally understand. But it's that thing of we've got like we just have to have faith.
Mm.
I thought that we'll never get out of this group stage.
Yeah.
We were like just lucky to be in it.
Mm.
But the boys have proved me wrong. And they were like,
Mm.
no, we want to go further into this competition. We want to make you
Yeah.
guys proud.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want to go all the
Absolutely.
way to the final. If it means winning it, so be it. But I'm not saying that we're winning it. But like I'm
Wow.
just saying it's that mentality. And
Honestly, do you really believe Kaizer Chiefs can win the CAF Champions League? Honestly,
uh,
in your
in
hearts.
my honest opinion, with the squad that we have, no. But like I referred back to the Liverpool 2005 Liverpool squad. No one had faith in them, but they won the Champions League. So if they have that mentality where they go into the league into the Champions League thinking that way and saying, "Look, we're facing tougher positions." Even Mamelodi Sundowns is there. You get what I'm
Mm,
saying? But
mm,
guys, we've got the faith to win this. A lot of teams are underestimating Kaizer Chiefs because they're looking at their league position that they're finishing ninth. They're in
yeah.
ninth position. But when they like look at Horoya. Horoya was thinking, this team is in ninth. Look at Wydad, this team is in ninth. Look at Petro. Petro might be competing for the league as well.
Yeah.
This team where they are. They had ninth position. Look. That's right there. Down there. Down there. But guess what? Kaizer Chiefs is proving them wrong. That hey,
Mm,
don't look at us
mm,
because we're not doing well in the DSTV Premiership.
yeah.
When it comes to the Champions League, we mean business. And I
We need,
think
we need to take this form, though. We need to take this form into the Premiership now. We really need
and
it there.
I really wish that we could do that, but uh, it's like, do the boys lose focus of looking at the Premiership and being like, should we even be competing this hard for the Premiership? Yeah, maybe we can get a win there and there, but should we even pick up a win? Because I think to be honest with you, Mish, when I look at this team, they're taking their full focus on just the CAF Champions League. I can't see them
It
looking at the
looks
DFB.
like it looks like it at the moment.
But they must remember they need to be in the top 8.
They have
So
to.
it's one thing I know for sure is that Kaizer Motaung always wants to be in the top 8 because one, Chiefs is the most successful team when it comes to the top 8 position competition.
Mm, mm,
Two, he wants to win the MTN 8. He wants to win trophies. That's a given
mm,
fact, especially with the players that they currently gunning for, and an
mm,
exodus of players that are leaving, which I'm
mm.
happy. I'm hoping that these players leave because apparently Pilani Zulu is wanted at Swallows.
Who?
Pilani Zulu.
Yeah, I've heard about that. So yeah,
Yeah.
few
So
plays, right? But after today, it's another question I
mm,
want to ask you, and I'll wrap this up quickly. Um, Kune, Parker, and Zuma are actually three players whose current contracts are winding down. A lot of them were looking the other day, just this week. Most of the papers, all these websites were saying they are out of Chiefs at the end of the season. They're gone. Now, seeing what they all three of them did today, do you think there's still one more season for them at Kaizer Chiefs?
I think for Zuma, yes. For Kune, I think maybe it might be a time for him. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna get so much
He
hate,
still wants
bro. There's
to keep.
150 people watching us right now. You're gonna get so much hate from them.
No, but it's like let's be real and let's be honest with ourselves, guys. Look where we are positioned in the Premiership. It's
Mm,
not looking good for a team like Kaizer Chiefs, and it's been
mm.
continuously happening for over the past 5 years. After
It's
we
not
won
just
the,
because of Kule, bro. It's not just because of Kule.
but the squad in general. And
Mm.
I'm sorry, I'm being this harsh person, but yes, I love Kune, I really do. But there's a time where you have to be like, we have to let you go. Everyone knows all that 150 people that are watching, they know very well that, hey, here, I want to go because no one has liked him since last season and this season. So it's
Two
given.
seasons. They haven't liked Parker
Two
for 2 seasons.
seasons, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and it's been continuing. So
Mm.
to save Parker, I'd say Parker would have to look for another club just before he saves his career in football. And besides, we need to give new youngsters a chance. We've given
Mm.
Happy Mashiane a chance. We've given Blom a chance. We've given Ngobo a chance. Why can't we give other forward players a chance? Other young forward players in the Kaizer Chiefs team a chance. If you look
Mm.
at it, I don't know. I haven't checked the Disky Challenge players, the
Mm.
MDC players, but those players, those youngsters are doing well. They are
No, no,
doing well.
definitely, yeah, definitely.
They're doing well
Um,
because they're scoring goals. And I'm seeing results every. I don't have to watch the game to watch Chiefs reserve team to play. But when I'm checking on Twitter and I'm checking that hey they've won a game, and I'm like, what's so hard of us bringing one of those players into the first team?
yeah, I mean that's what Gavin Hunt's forte is, though. He knows how to bring the youth up. Hey, he knows how to do that.
Exactly, because I looked at that when we brought in Hunt, and I think a lot of half of the fan base is very divided when it comes to Hunt,
Mm.
because I feel like half of them love what he does because of his history with Bitfist Fits and Supersport.
Yeah,
The
yes.
others are like they're looking at the season in general and they're not looking at what he has done. And I'll tell you this, like I told you this before in the first when we started with him. I
Mm.
said, guys, we're gonna go through storms, tribulations, and everything that like that. We're gonna go through the worst, but we need to have faith in Gavin Hunt, and I have faith in
Definitely,
him. At times,
definitely.
I'm human. At times, I'll be like, is it really good enough for us? But I like it's that self doubt. But he's showing it today that us going to the quarterfinals is based on what he's bringing on forward. A lot of people
Mm.
don't like his style of play, but even Baxter played like that back in 2014 and 15. He won the league. So why are we judging?
I think the football is better than Baxter's football right now. I think it's a little bit better. I mean, Baxter was very defensive, very
Yeah,
defensive. Anyway, just
yeah.
to wrap, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through the teams who have already qualified. Right? Is
Mm-hmm,
Simba, Al Ahly,
mm-hmm,
Sundowns,
mm-hmm.
Belouizdad, Wydad, Kaizer Chiefs, Tunisia, and or Tunis and Algiers. Those are the
Algiers
teams.
from Algeria, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking FC Alger. Yeah,
Yeah, they're from Algeria.
yeah. So
Um,
a lot of North African teams here,
what a
except
worst night.
Simba. Except Simba. Simba is I think Tanzanian. I think yeah. So
Did you
yeah,
know
I wouldn't.
that Simba team beat Pizzos Al Ahly?
Yeah,
Hey,
they top.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
they
deal with them.
top of the group. They top the group.
I like that's the thing. I do not want to draw with Simba. I really don't. If we get Simba, I'm going to cry. I am literally
It's
going to
either yeah. Maybe I will take Tunis or Alger. Maybe Tunis or MC Alger. One of those two teams. I don't know if I want to meet Belouizdad yet. We won't get Sundowns, right? Is it possibility that we might beat Sundowns
I
because
think,
of them?
yeah, we could get Sundowns as well. Because remember, we're not like Champions League where in the UEFA Champions League,
Two English
they
teams can't play against each other. I
can't
know
play in
that.
the last 16, but they can play in the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
With us, it's different because in Africa, they really don't care. So if
yeah,
you compete with the European, they want to see fires and flames and emojis going all over the place. So,
yeah.
hey, Sundowns is very strong. We've seen in the league, they haven't
I
even
mean, it's
lost.
gonna be fireworks if we get Sundowns. Yo,
But you do know that we've got the determination and the hunger to beat this team, Sundowns.
yeah,
If
definitely.
we on a good day, we can beat them.
I think we'll get fired up for Sundowns. But look, Sundowns are on fire right now. Peter, nothing is stopping Peter Shalulile now. Nothing.
Peter Shalulile and Kermit Erasmus, but Kermit is not doing that much. Let's be
No,
honest.
Peter's the
Peter,
one. Peter,
that's
it's
like,
all this. It's all this, bro. You know
yeah.
that Superman thing he's doing. I don't know. He's doing some crazy shit, and I see like people. I see already even Pizzo's got his eye on Peter now for Al Ahly.
So he's no longer got his eye on Nurkovic.
Nukovic, not Serino. He wants all these leftovers. He wants all these Sundowns leftovers. Anyway,
But the same leftovers that, sorry to jump in, the same leftovers that Sundowns took from Highlands Park, right? Where they were laughing at us that we couldn't get the leftovers as well. Those same leftovers that they're talking about. Okay.
anyway, before we finish, I want to go through some of the comments here. Sandile says the new era of Amakosi. Congratulations to Kaizer for qualifying to the quarterfinals of the Catch Champions League. Followed from the kingdom of Iswatini. Yay, Swaziland.
Hola.
Iswatini. Yeah. We go international here.
Like, look, we're the most supported club in Southern Africa,
Yeah.
apparently. So
Chiefs,
people,
Simba, Esperance. I thought Esperance. Okay, it's Esperance. What's Esperance? Other
Esperance
name.
is from Tunisia. But
Tunis.
isn't
So
that
are they Tunis? Oh yeah. Okay. They are. Yes. They Esperance. Okay. Tunis. Sundowns. Oh, Sundowns. Okay. Kune is still doing a good job at Chiefs. Look what he did today. I mean, I think there was a comment towards what
yeah,
you
we can't
said.
dispute that. We can't dispute that.
Big ups to the boys. We are within. Good vibes. Kune should take over the goalkeeper coach position. I don't think that's a bad way to go. I mean, if he hangs up the
Yeah.
glove, and let's transition him back into the club. He stays at Naturena. I mean, look, Lee Baxter's good, but I mean, it'd be great to have one of our own, our like Kune taking over. I
Yeah.
mean, Baxter done his thing. Baxter can still be our Bafana coach, whatever. But it would be great to have Kune still there as our goalkeeper coach.
And
I think
maybe
still
learn from him as well. Who knows? Like,
exactly.
yeah. Mm.
My heart is not bleeding like other days.
Oh,
um,
Kumbulani No, I feel you, brother. I feel you. I feel you. Like even me, I don't want to go back to those days though. Mm-mm.
Malelo says you can't let Kune go.
Yeah.
Um, Champions performance of Chiefs team. Well done, Amakosi Amashle. Um,
Where's
yeah.
Hunter?
Well, Hunter, I think he wasn't able to watch the game, but so we were updating him. I wish the new CAF president is looking at these officials who are against South African teams because they are killing football. That's something I even spoke to you earlier about. Patrice needs to come in and there's some real spring cleaning he needs to do at cafe.
Yeah. No, like most definitely. I feel like I remember I tweeted the other day about the FIFA World Cup. Apparently, they've signed a deal with multi-choice regarding all 64 games being live on
Yeah.
television sets. Now,
Hmm.
why can't we do that with CAF Champions League? And this is where Patrice needs to understand that in South Africa, and let's just say Africa in general,
Africa, yeah.
yeah, because Africa multi-choice takes most of the countries along when it comes to
Sport is the
broadcast.
biggest. Sport is the biggest sports network in Africa. It's not just here.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping and wishing that they sign a deal and they come to a conclusion where fans, even those who don't have data, they go to bars and taverns and watch the team play. Why aren't we
Exactly.
talking about them?
And now bars and taverns can't connect to Kaiser Chiefs Facebook page and
Yeah.
what. It is possible, yes, but it's not convenient for them.
It's going to waste their data as well. And another thing is that we're losing business.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Itumeleng made a good comment here. A lack of proper organization and communication is the primary deficiency for our defenders. Fact is, you
Yeah.
can't invest in trailing against opponents. You're absolutely right. He sounds a little bit like Steve Kopela there.
Oh, Steve Ovo.
But
No,
yeah,
but
no. He's absolutely right. Itumeleng's right.
Itumelen's right. No, he's right because it's like if you see the amount of defensive mistakes that are happening, it's like defenders are on their own mission. They're like,
Mm,
okay, coach said that I must defend against this player. I'm gonna
mm,
focus on him.
mm.
Kanti, another player passes by, they don't focus on them as well. So where's the
Yeah.
communication? The coach can't be the one telling you guys, you need to communicate on how you're going to deal with the front line. No, you need to
Mm,
think. You've got brains. Come
yeah.
on, guys. Like really.
Yeah, no,
To be honest
absolutely.
with you, it's one of those. Look, if you look at how most teams are doing so well, Sundowns is one of them. Defensively, communicate, and they know what they're doing. But we can't do that. Why can't we do that?
Mm,
Yeah, it's frustrating. It really is, because I'm starting to doubt if, hey, is Cardoso really good enough for this club because he's been here for so long, but at sometimes he makes defensive errors. Should we
mm.
continue with a player like him? I start asking those questions.
Yeah,
Should we
yeah.
of him? Should he be one of the players like Kune, like Parker, and,
Mm,
and, and Zuma who are on the transfer list? Should we also add him onto the transfer list because they're asking for it?
mm.
They're
Yeah, no,
asking.
we can't keep making the same mistakes. The funny thing is, last season, Cardozo started every game. He was the only player who started every game, Cardozo. And he was
Yeah.
good. So I don't know where is the break in communication now. Is it because we keep changing and chopping goalkeepers? Is it we keep changing the actual centre back pairing? Sometimes he hasn't started so many games. Sometimes it's Matabo, sometimes it's Rama, sometimes it's Age. So now that there's the communication is not there, so you need that, like how you had your. I'm going to give you a terrible example also of your team. You had your Van Dijk and your Gomez. Those two guys, they started every game, right? So they
Well, let me
communicate well.
back to your team, Manchester United. If you look at
Don't talk about Maguire and Lindell.
no, not those the current ones, no, but the time when you guys were winning leagues like mad,
Rio and Vidic.
Rio and Village, they
Yeah.
were like this. Communication wise, they knew what they were doing.
Mm.
And it's the same when you having that analogy with Van Dijk and Gomez. It's like
Mm,
this. Now, when you start tinkering with the defense, then that's going
mm,
to be a problem going
yeah,
forward because you're going to start making mistakes. Defenders are not going to understand each other. They're going to be
mm,
doing their own thing. In today's game, guys, yes, we've gone through, but
mm,
it's the defensive errors that are killing us because one, we don't know who our center pairing is. So
yeah,
this is the question that I'm asking myself. Yes, we're
mm,
going for attacking players in the transfer window. Why aren't we going for defenders that can communicate with
mm,
each other
yeah,
and not rely on Ramahlem Pashele to be
yeah,
at the back and be a center back when he's actually a right back?
mm. Yeah, hey, but well, let's hope they fix these problems. I'm sure Gavin's gonna be he'll be celebrating, but inside he knows where those mistakes are anyway.
Mm.
Hey, brother Taps, Matabo, thank you so much for joining us here on Amakosi Go Live. Tell the people where you're at, where they can find you. We are through to the Champions League quarterfinals. It's great. It's a good feeling. We're smiling today. We're not upset. We're not ranting. Thank you so much, man. Tell the people where you're at. They can find you.
So you can find me on Twitter. It's at tabs_Matabo. So that's tabs TABZ underscore MATABO. That's on Twitter. Then if you want to find me on Instagram, it's Matabs. I think is it? Yeah. I can't remember it clearly, but I think it's toxic31 underscore Matabs. That's
Mm.
Instagram. I don't have a Facebook page, but yeah, mostly find me on Twitter because I'm always commenting under the Amakosi for Live Twitter handle so that I give my own piece of opinion.
Yeah, boss. Thank you so much, brother. If you guys are watching, thank you for all your comments, all your chats on the live chats. Don't forget, this is the Kaizer Chiefs fan channel. Subscribe for more Kaizer Chiefs fan content. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Amakosi for Live, LIVE. Thank you so much. Let's go celebrate. Be safe, guys. If you're partying tonight, wherever you are, and you're enjoying this victory, be safe. Wear your mask, sanitize, whatever it is. Amakosi for
And
life. Thank you so much.
one
Yeah,
more
one more
thing,
thing. Yeah.
One more thing. Shout out to Percy Tau for saying that he's a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, and to all the Maraba Stars fans, go sleep, go do whatever. Hey, look, your play is ours. He's ours. Good night, people. Good night.
Yeah, Amakosi for life. Thank you so much, brother. Sure.